All right, we rarely open the show with a guest on the set, but when you're talking about the greatest champion in the history of team sports, you make some serious adjustments. Heck, we'll even change the name today to the Bill Russell Show, period, if you want to. That's fine with me. He comes with book in tow, all about the relationship with his good friend and coach in Boston. It's called Red and Me. We welcome in the 11-time NBA champ, the Hall of Famer. He will always be the captain of the Celtics.
Thank you.
Bill Russell. It's an honor to have you here, sir. How are you?
Everybody got to be someplace.
Yeah? That's when he was out there walking on Pico and Motor, and we saw him today. And so we were like, listen, if you got a few minutes, we'd love to see you. Thank you so much. We appreciate the time. I'm curious about the ring, first and foremost. Which ring is that you're wearing there?
Well, about 10 years ago, David Stern, the commissioner of NBA, for my birthday, he had this ring designed for me. And it gave me my own logo.
Wow.
And he put all the championships on this one ring.
Wow.
So I didn't have it's got the dates of every championship on the side. So I don't have to make any decisions when I get up in the morning. I don't have to think.
Well, yeah, when you've got more rings than fingers, actually, that's nice.
You need to narrow it down.
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing honor in itself, if you think about it, that the commissioner of a league would come to you, because this doesn't happen in a lot of sports settings.
Well, I've known David since he was an aspiring lawyer. He used to be the assistant attorney for the league before he became commissioner. And I was one of the guys that founded the union. So we got to know each other long before he was a big deal. And so,
wow.
And we've always got along really well.
Pretty cool. Very neat. And this book, Red and Me, talking about relationships. You have one with David Stern. Seems like you had an amazing one with your coach and good friend, because there's a whole generation, obviously, of people that knew that Bill Russell was the captain of the Celtics and that Red Auerbach was the coach. We had no idea that you guys had this mutual understanding and friendship and respect that is told in this book.
Well, it started that way because the way I tried to frame the book, I thought about it for a couple of years to write the book, because he was my friend, and I wanted to honor the friendship. And so I thought about it over the years. I didn't want to do it right after he died, because it might get lost in all of the hullabaloo. I wanted to wait, thought was the appropriate time to talk about it. And the way I tried to frame it was, we came from two different tribes. And when I arrived there, all the things that my tribe had instilled in me, I arrived with it. I was extraordinarily confident. And all grown up. And from my tribe, principally my father and my grandfather. My father in particular taught me how to be a man and how to be a friend and to understand the concept of loyalty. And he used to always say, your word is your bond. And so when I arrived there, Red had with him all the things that he got from his tribe. And so we started out with respect for the other guy's tribe and what he came from there with, so that it wasn't like when I got there I was hoping for acceptance, because that was not unimportant. To me, the important thing was whether I was going to accept them, which was kind of different.
I mean,
well, you know, when I got there, I was convinced that I was the best basketball player playing basketball at the time. That's when I arrived. And the way I played was not to prove that to anybody, but to just go ahead and do it. And so at the end of my rookie year, Red says to me, I want you to come to the next game early. We want to sit up and talk to you. Sit down and talk. So And that's most of our coaching. His coaching me was 1-to-1. No one else around.
I can tell in the way that you speak about him, obviously, that bond and the tribute that you gave him by writing this book. What would you say is the biggest thing that he taught you? If you could say one thing, what would it be?
Well, that's a complex thing because it comes basketball. He didn't teach me anything. Because he said to me at the end of my rookie year, "Do you know how good you are?" I said, "Yep." He said, "You're the best player playing basketball." I said, "I know that." He says, "Well, I want to confess to you. I do not know what you're doing. So I can't help you. What I will do is, as I watch you play and see what you do, I will integrate those into our system."
That was unheard of at the time, was it not, in terms of a coach? I mean...
Well, that's the kind of relationship we had. You see, because my mother had always told me, never take anything from anybody. Always take care of yourself and stand up for yourself. And for me, fortunately, Red never, in fact, he coached me for 10 years and never once could I remember him telling me what to do.
So basically, when you're out on the floor, you pretty much, he gave you the freedom to...
No. See, if you say gave me freedom, that's wrong.
You just had the freedom to do...
I'll go out there and he says, "You play.
Do your thing?"
Yeah. And we consulted all the time. Wow. He'd say, he was like the kind of coach that if he came here and he'd say he was a producer, and he said, "I think this will work. What do you guys think?" You got to do it, right?
Right.
So if I don't get input from you, I will never get the proper input. And I will never get it right. I'll always be short.
Wow.
But if you buy into the system and part ownership, then, like the last guy said, can you take care of this guy? Damn right. Well, okay, go out and do it. Now, if you don't take care of him,
It's a problem, huh? Okay. I understand that.
We have got much more coming your way. We're just getting started with the Hall of Famer, Bill Russell. We'll talk to much more about his book, Red and Me. We'll also hear from Tommy Heinsohn on the Hall of Famer, Bill Russell, and also, of course, his epic battles with Wilt Chamberlain. We're just getting started with Bill Russell. Don't go anywhere.